Stork, but I think we've been talking about Stork choking, but in that game, that was Fantasy that just completely choked. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, not great.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the big contributing factors was the fact that Stork put that second gateway up at that perfect location, blocked all the SCVs from picking off that first gate, because normally what happens is the SCVs actually manage to kill the gateways before they actually get in, or in the case of, I believe it was, well actually no, normally they do manage to kill the gateways. So the fact that the first gateway got up, not the second gateway, the first gateway got up and managed to get that early zealot in, I think made a big difference. And you're right though, I think Fantasy's micro was definitely lacking. Right in the beginning he did alright with his SCV block, but then his SCV blocking just fell apart. I mean, he was trying to run those Marines between the two racks, but then he got both of them caught on both ends by zealots, and it's just, you know, just brutal to watch, I gotta say.
That's right. Brutal. This is the kind of play that's going to cause Fantasy to scream running out of the building after the second game like I predicted.
Who is this guy? And there's a ghost in the background, this commercial. Nice. Yeah, I know. I mean, Fantasy is only 17 years old. He's, you know, entering this. This is the problem with being the Royal Roto. You're entering it for the first time, obviously. So, you know, he's definitely young and inexperienced relative to Stork. I mean, he's played like 40 pro games total compared to, you know, what is it, over 200 for Stork?
Yeah, something along those lines.
No, over 300 actually. Yeah, so Stork really just, yeah, he's so much more experienced. The second map is Medusa, and my thoughts on it are that it is pretty Protoss favorite actually, and this is Luxury or Yarnak singing. That's nice. But what do you guys think about that? How do you think Stork's going to play on Medusa?
Sky hush.
Medusa, well, the only game I've seen with Stork on Medusa, at least that I can remember, is the one against Best, where he went 4-gate against Best's 1-gate Robo. So I don't know. It seems to be the kind of like wide open map that doesn't serve him very well because of he really likes his carriers. But I don't know. We might be surprised here. And in the meantime, my stream is completely gone, so I'm just listening to you guys.
I can actually hear it. You can actually try refreshing the web page. Actually helps if your stream dies. Right now, Moletrap, are you seeing a Korean woman with rocks in her back?
Like I said, I'm at the source, so I think it's taking a minute to get out to you guys. So right now I'm seeing a commercial. There's a Korean woman opening her arms, and I guess you can tell me how many seconds after I said that you see.
You're about 2 seconds ahead.
Help us sync a little bit. Oh, only 2 seconds? That's not too bad.
Moletrap, do you have your own computer there? Because I was wondering if you could actually watch it on the Mogulus stream, because then you'll actually be in sync with us.
I don't think I can. Can I? I'll check back with you on that one. I don't think so, though. Fine. That's why I'm here, is because I couldn't do it on my own computer, I thought.
Oh, okay, I see. I gotta say, these Korean commercials are pretty nice here. Like, well done. But yeah, anyway, there is actually, not to get too off track, but have you guys seen this commercial on American TV for Korean Airlines? Where it's basically just a bunch of really sexy images in light blue with, you know, some woman drinking champagne, and she's like partially clothed, and at the end it says like Korean Air. Just always, it was really bizarre for me, at least, to watch that.
I do well without commercials. I watch all my stuff the day after when the broadcasting stations put it up on the internet, so
yeah,
yay for no commercials.
Right. All right. Well, it looks like we just saw a shot of the Samsung Con coach January, but anyway, so I think that on Medusa, Stork is probably going to go for an early Reaver build. Actually, I think that's been pretty standard for Protoss to go for that early drop. And now we're back in the game. Okay, so there's the game starting up again, or at least the I just saw the Incruit OSL sign, but Yeah, so I think an early Reaver harass is going to be very effective. I also think that Stork is probably going to take that Nexus behind his base really soon. I think it's most likely going to be a 14 Nexus build from him. And that is going to be my official Cholera prediction for the game. It's going to be 14 Nex for Stork, and Fantasy is probably going to, after that loss, I'm going to guess Fantasy is probably going to go for a 2-fact against Stork. So Stork's going to actually do some defending early on.
Yeah, but, well, technically it's a 12 next, first of all. But anyway, that's completely beside the point. Actually, we saw in the not semifinals, oh my god, round of 16 of the MSL, Cal versus Iris. Cal went 12 next at behind his main at the mineral only, and Iris went for a 2-factory push, and Iris couldn't beat it. So that
Because Iris sucks.
it looks like, well, and then 4GG ran into the same problem against Stork, except he didn't do 2-fact. He went for 1-fact expand, but still, you'd think it didn't look like 4GG even once thought about going and finding the or not finding, and trying to apply pressure to the Nexus, to the fast Nexus, because I don't think it's really even hardly possible, because just of the way that the map is set up. Part of the big risks, part of the big risks of putting down that Nexus is that it's right in the way. It's often right in the way of, well, it's in your choke, so you don't have that advantage of being able, or never mind. When it's behind your base, you don't have the thing about, okay, I'm just rambling.
That's alright. Well, I just actually wanted to point out, because they're showing on the stream right now, they're doing a playback of that first game, and I just, I guess I didn't really say it explicitly before, but I think now, looking at it again, I'm pretty sure that Stork planned exactly to do that. I think he planned to use that second gateway to block.
Oh yeah,
because
I agree with that.
Normally they put the gateways in a little bit closer in every other proxy I've seen on this map, and in this one he put it kind of a little bit behind, and I was wondering why. I was like, why did he put it kind of behind? I guess maybe he wanted to make it more difficult to see, and then it ended up being like in a perfect spot so he could also block that from coming in. So I think Stork planned this from the very beginning, and probably practiced it to get the positioning and everything right as well. So, anyway, that's just my opinion. I just thought I'd note that since they're showing the replay on the screen right now and all the action going on. But
definitely.
Yeah, going back to what you're saying though about going 14 Nexus, it is a decent map to do that on, because you can hold your choke pretty well. I think Iris's push was a little bit slow, and that was probably why he didn't do too well in trying to combat Cal in that instance, because by the time he actually got over there with his push, Cal had three gateways pumping or something like that, and Cal did a good job of holding him off. And that's something that Stork does well too, is sending out forces, being a little bit aggressive, and using it to delay. I mean, all you have to do is go out there, take pot shots with your goons, and it slows down, it doubles the amount of time it takes for the Terran forces to get to your base, so something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Stork is, my guess is Stork is going to 14x actually to the expansion behind his base. I don't know if I made it clear last time. The protected expansion on the high ground. With the mineral only, because I don't know if you guys were talking about the natural expansion. I was talking about the natural expansion without gas. Oh, you were talking about the mineral only.
Yeah, I was talking about the mineral only. Yeah, because that's what Cal and Stork both did in the round of 16.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a bad build. It's just I think he's probably going to have to go into reverse pretty soon afterwards just to prevent a good timing attack from the Terran, especially if it's a 2-fact build. We'll have to see though. He's going to have a lot of pressure on him if it's 2-fact versus fast expand. And who knows? Maybe we're going to see Fantasy do something creative again. Who knows? It could be something like fast vulture drop, fast. I don't know, something fast and insane. Although in the game 1, obviously he didn't have a chance to show off anything more creative than, hey, I'm gonna build 2 barracks and lose. But maybe he has something planned for this map, which of course lends to creativity.
It's not the savior build.
I'm gonna have one of my 4 SCVs all 4 of my units, one of them is going to be idle next to my command center while I'm
Right.
completely bowled over.
Idle
That was pretty
SCVs for
awesome.
the win. But yeah, it was kind of like the Savior build, 2 Muta into getting owned.
Or that would be called the Neo Savior build, because the old Savior build, of course, was actually quite effective. It was the 3 hatch mutas into fast lurkers right afterwards. But anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think about that little thing at the end where Stork just pulled his probes off and went for that? You know, it's just definitely like a almost a Fire Bat Hero-esque thing to do, you know?
Well, they are on the same team, but no, Firebat Hero doesn't do in-game ceremonies much. I don't think I've actually ever seen him other than that Pylon Heart in the All-Star, or not Pylon Heart, the Supply Depot and SCV Heart, because he ran out of minerals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen him do anything with regards to like an in-game ceremony, so I don't think that was really a ceremony. I think he was literally just trying to finish him off faster, trying to just plow his way up the ramp, because he did lose the ramp. His zealots died, and he was waiting for a dragoon, so he just plowed his probes up the ramp to break it.
Yeah. All right, so the game is starting here. Game 2. This is Fantasy here at the 6 o'clock location in purple, and we have in here green Stork at the 1 o'clock location. The dinosaur toss in green. How appropriate. Stork looks like he's not going to send out any kind of proxy early on. I mean, I just wonder if either player is going to be going for cheese. It looks like they're not going to go for any super early game cheese, but certainly breaking the temples is an option for the Tyrant player at least. For the Protoss player it is, but you really need Reavers to do it. But for the Terran siege tanks can actually do it, and that could be effective.
This map is like unproxyable, so I'm really not surprised that we're not seeing any kind of cheese from both players. And a little bit side note, we have 800 people on the stream, so huge crowd watching us.
Yep, first pylon up for Stork, and we'll see if he decides to build a gateway or not, or if he goes for the Cholera prediction, which is the 14x behind his base there. Supply depot first for Fantasy, pretty standard opening here, of course. And looks like he's actually sending an SCV to the back of his base. I think he's just going to make sure there is no proxy gateway. That's what I was talking about, that Stork could, oh, and I'm wrong, I got owned. It looks like he went for a 12 gate actually. So not going to go for the 14x behind his base. But yeah, that could be safe too. I mean, that is a safe build, obviously. So we'll see how that proceeds from here, if he's going to go for fast tech or not.
Yeah, this is, okay, let's see what Stork's doing. Okay, Stork's sending out a scout now there. Yeah, I don't know. People have been getting so owned lately by quick command centers and quick nexuses. I guess in a situation where he's up by 1, it would make a little bit of sense for Stork to try something like that, but at the same time, I think lately it's been a little bit riskier to pull something like that, since people are scouting it a lot more. You know,
Flash.
You're kind of... yeah. You were talking earlier about how you were worried about Stork's kind of standard play, and I meant to say something about it earlier, but the game started. But I don't know, I think you kind of underestimate Stork's standard play. If he plays standard, I mean, that's why he got to the finals of 4 or 5 different Star Leagues before this, was really nice standard. You know, what did they say on the GOM TV, that he's the commander of no weak points or something like that, because when he plays standard, he you know, there's just no getting past him. You know, for the most part, unless you're really awesome, and that's why,
like,
you know,
Flash or
like
Jadong.
Flash were able to beat him in the finals, and Jadong was able to beat him in the finals. But that's why no one could beat him before the finals, because, you know,
But this
you
is
had
the
to
finals,
beat
though.
Ubar. Well, yeah,
But
this
you
is
gotta
the
beat
finals.
Ubar.
Have you been watching Fantasy?
I have been watching Fantasy. The kid's a young boxer. I'm just kidding. But,
Yeah, young boxer would not have lost a game like that to a single.
Oh yeah, I know. Seriously, this is out on a probe. All right, so
the first
back to the
goes
game.
down.
Yeah, looks like probably an FD build here from Fantasy, or at least he's attempting to. I love the fact that Stork's being aggressive again, though. I love this. You know, most Protosses nowadays wait until their first Dragoon to have, well, they don't build that first Zealot, but he's already picked off a Marine. He's keeping Fantasy busy. Now we're seeing the Dragoon here, so we could see a lot of real pressure here, actually. The tank is going to ward that off when it comes out, but for about 15-20 seconds, he's going to have free reign inside of the base. Yeah.
He's in position. He could actually, attack the tank as soon as it pops out here.
The SCVs are off the line.
Yeah, he's pulling some SCVs off the line. He's really struggling here. Stork has put a lot of pressure on him. Fantasy has not blocked off his door critically, so he's not able to use repairing SCVs to kind of stall for time. Okay, it looks like Stork is backed off, so I think that's the smart move. But I don't know. In the meantime, that was a lot of pressure being put on. Stork putting a pylon in the top area of the map. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing that for. Maybe some proxy tech. Maybe he's going to get his Templar archives up there, so now that Fantasy has seen the Robo, he thinks reverse, and he's going to end up going for a DT drop instead, perhaps. I'm not sure. And in the meantime, Stork has... Yeah, there's the Citadel, and in the meantime, Stork has actually gotten a probe into his base, so he's going to be able to see what Fantasy is doing, I believe. So, interesting. Looks like we're probably going to see some sort of DT drops. More creative play from Stork. Very interesting.
Yep, this is this is a different side of the dinosaur toss here. I like to call this the Velociraptor toss, where he just goes all in here. When he goes to these carriers, that's the pterodactyl toss. But this is the Velociraptor toss, where he just doesn't let you go, just from the early game. And we are going to see this DT drop here. I mean, I fear for Fantasy here. Fantasy might have just thought Stork was going to go for a fast expand afterwards when he didn't see anything else going up. But yeah, he's going to go for that DTs. Stork has blocked off his front door, and Fantasy, of course, had to follow up with getting his command center, because that's what his build was leaning towards. And it's going to come down to whether Fantasy can somehow have the spider sense to really sense this coming, to sense some kind of cheese coming here from, what am I saying? I keep saying cheese too often. Some kind of drop coming from Stork, in any case, though. Because, I mean, he's going to expect right now Stork's going to fast expand, and Stork's, not going to fast expand, and he's not going to have turrets if that's what his expectation is.
Yeah, the thing about Fantasy's build, though, is he went for Siege Expand. So he didn't go for an FD, he didn't go for Mines, he went for Siege, and I think that's what's researching in the machine shop right now, is Siege mode. And we've seen Engineering Bay going up, so he may have an idea about what's going on, but I don't think so. And the Nexus goes up for Stork, but I think Fantasy was expecting it to already be up, but there's nothing he can do about his Engineering Bay not already being up. And the first shuttle is out. I think, were those Dark Templars being loaded into the shuttle? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, that was a DT.
Yeah, it looks like Fantasy trying to push in here. He's got his mines upgraded now. I'm not sure if he has siege mode yet. Mines, wow, Stork not doing a terribly good job of wiping up those mines, but dropping out. I think he showed his hand with the Dark Templars. I think he dropped one out there for a second to try and come back those tanks, and that's going to push Fantasy back. But in the meantime, Fantasy knows this is coming. His turrets are almost up. The Marine is getting a little bit shocked here in the audience, and the Dark Templars are in there. I don't think they're going to. No, Stork knows he's not going to be able to take that turret out in time. He's going to have to fall back away from the range of that turret. He's going to be able to hack away at this supply depot for a moment until those mines go. Oh wow, taking a mine hit, but barely dodging the other one into the shuttle here. Wow, nice job of Stork. Look at that, tempting all the mines into exploding on nothing, and now he's going to be able to chop up another supply depot. Nicely done. For a second, I thought that Dark Templar drop was going to come to nothing, but now he's going to take out 3 or 4 supply depots with these Templar.
He could probably start hacking away at the mineral line too, because I'm pretty sure that the mineral line is out of range.
Jesus, that's a lot of mines. Oh my god.
That was seriously a pimp's play there. I love how he didn't lose any. Oh my god, he does it again. Oh man, the crowd is going wild here.
In the zone.
Oh my god.
Is in the zone.
This is just absolutely ridiculous here. Chasing away entire armies with just that one DT, and oh, look at I Love UUV there, man. His protege Fantasy not doing well. Yeah, exactly. Oh, one DT still saved though by that shuttle. Very, very nice play by Stork, and he's
Both
double
of them got
expanded
saved,
meanwhile.
I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. He's double expanded, so he's gonna have an economic advantage pretty soon too. Yeah, and meanwhile,
Go ahead, Knight.
yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Knight.
Well, no, I just said that that he saved both of the DTs. It looked like.
Yeah, Fantasy is now moving out. He's trying to take out the. Is that Gur right there? I think that was Gur.
I think it was.
And he's trying to take out the temples. Yeah, I think that was Gur. He's trying to take out the temples, but Stork obviously knows this is coming. I think he's going to probably divert some forces over to the back of his base and really try to save it. All right, all the temples go down. This is what I mean, though. The temples go down real easy to sustain fire from tanks, and he's actually going to stream speed upgraded vultures into the back of Stork's base, so he could do a lot of damage here, actually. You know, oh, but Stork!
Oh, pylon
Stork
block.
once again!
Nice.
Oh, man, pylon block. Wow, Stork is ready for everything this game.
Stork, I think you're right about that, Knight. He is in the zone, man. He is on top of this. His game sense is just completely on target right now, and he is just completely on top of his game right here and doing extremely well. Fantasy got a nice little tankage there from the base, but I don't think it's going to bother Stork too much. He's still got about 15 million gateways to spare once he loses that one to that tank. The thing is, though, is Stork doesn't have a lot of forces on the ground because he's been putting up pylon blocks and gateways and nexi and is that the plural of nexuses? Pumping out observers into turrets and things like that. So he doesn't have a ton of troops on the ground here. But actually, you know what? Maybe I overestimated Fantasy's contain here. It looks like there's only a few tanks. So he's running some Zealots in there. Zealots getting up into the tanks right there. The Dragoons coming in to follow up. There's one tank on the ridge that's going to be a major problem. But Dragoons coming in heavy fire of Dragoon fire. He's going to lose probably a couple more Dragoons than he should have. But he's going to completely take out this little containment here. There's still one tank pelting away on that ridge. And I think Stork probably should have fallen back from this. You know, losing a lot of Dragoons now. I think he should have saved that squad. But maybe he's thinking, heck, I got a ton of gateways. And I got you know, 3 bases going. Screw it, I'm just gonna, you know, replenish my army here. And actually, yeah, he has. Fantasy's still routing his forces to the front though, but that tank does go down up on that ridge.
Yeah. Just, yeah, Stork, I mean, with a nice counterattack there, I think you're absolutely right. Stork feels like he has the gateway advantage. He definitely has the production advantage at this point, and he just wants to make sure nothing, you know, that Fantasy doesn't get a good contain on him, because that would be a pretty dangerous spot to get the contained, you know, having the high ground around it. Fantasy trying to get some vultures in. Fantasy with 3 vultures inside of Stork's base, picking off 1 probe. Looks like he's going to get into the lines, actually, and this could do a lot of damage. He's actually planting mines down beforehand. Stork's going to detonate them with the Zealots as they're running up there. But yeah, Fantasy is just desperate to do anything right now to try to gain an advantage back. Meanwhile, Stork moving in the middle of the map there, just forcing back the rest of the tanks. Oh, wow, nice hero Zealot there. And I don't think Fantasy took down any probes. I mean, he got those 2 goons, but importantly, Stork's economy is still untouched right now, and that is going to, I think, make a big difference in this game. Now that Fantasy is forced back on his heels, it's going to come down to a production war, and Stork is actually probably going to continue to be aggressive here. I don't think he's going to let Fantasy go back and turtle up here.
Yeah, Stork, I think he's kind of smelling the blood in the water at this point. He's look at this, putting up a Stargate. There you go. I mean, he's looking to, you know, the Stargate is going to be producing the nails that will basically hammer down the lid to Fantasy's coffin. I think Stork's probably not going to try and just finish it with the ground forces at the moment, it looks like. He'll probably wait for those Arbiters, which I believe are probably going to come out there, and just pound it home then. But Fantasy is not looking too good. I mean, he's got just 2 bases. He doesn't. I can't tell if he's expanding to his mineral only behind his base there, but it doesn't look like he's too intent on doing that right now. Look at that. Look, you see on his face, Fantasy not looking too happy about what's going on right now. He's not looking very confident at this point. Yeah, Stork just looking extremely good. Fantasy, he tried to get, I think what you were mentioning before about doing whatever he could, he really needs to get some harassment going on if he's going to try and come back in this game. He needs to kill off some probes or do something interesting. Bust out, I mean, we know he's capable of some creativity. He needs to bust it out right now if he's going to have any chance of coming back.
I completely agree with you on that. I think Fantasy is just completely stymied here because Stork didn't let him be creative. Fantasy is creative as hell, but you know, if you're just being rushed by a Zealot and a Probe from the third minute of the game onwards, you don't have a chance to really be the aggressor. You're just constantly reacting to Stork. That's a lot of mines there, by the way, at that mineral only. If Stork knows that they're there, one Zealot could take out every SCV. But
yeah,
Stork's going to go for Arbiters. Yeah, Stork going for Arbiters now, and Fantasy looks like he's got a decent surround on these goons in the middle of the map. He's going to take down, I think, looks like 6 goons left still. He's going to take some of them down. No, none of them go down. Nice work there by Stork, and also there's a large reinforcing force there. So Fantasy's Vulture play is just not working out for him, and in the mid game, at this point, the Terran has to turtle in his base. There's just too many forces out there from the Protoss, and he has to rely on Vulture harass to really gain any kind of advantage. Stork, meanwhile,
nice mind drag.
oh, he's gonna do it! Oh, he's gonna do it! Nice!
Oh, the SCVs go down.
Oh man! Oh, that's exactly what I was saying. I mean,
there.
No, go ahead.
Oh man, I'm getting so excited right now because friggin' A, I've been watching Stork since I started watching StarCraft. Stork has been one of my favorite players, and he's always getting so close and then not quite succeeding. He is so close right now. He is so close to winning this game, being up 2-0. I know the series isn't over yet, but I can friggin' smell it. I can friggin' smell it right here, and he's gonna storm drop the new branch of SCVs going on right now. And this is just trying to do another mind drag there, but I don't know if Fantasy is gonna get his SCVs away there, but still, oh man, Stork has got to be so excited deep down right now. He's got to be just focusing on keeping his focus on the game and not getting excited about the fact that, oh my god, like I'm about to finally get my my OSL title that I've been trying to get for my entire life. Oh man, he's doing so well right now. I'm sorry, I had to jump on there and express my excitement, but I'll stop being a fanboy now and let you get back to talking about the game.
Not only is Stork not only are we smelling it, I'm pretty sure Stork and especially Fantasy are smelling it right now as well. And I think it's less Stork, it's more Fantasy. Fantasy, after dropping the first game just kind of humiliatingly, he just like, oh shit. And you could just see him like freeze last game, and in this game what was much touted about him was his Vulture play, and we've seen subpar Vulture play so far from Fantasy, and that shuttle is just kind of chilling there. Still
another storm
nothing
drop.
built, and another. He loses the shuttle though. Oh, and a good storm trying to hit all the SCV as they run away. But yeah, you can just tell Fantasy is just kind of like out of it right now, which is rather unfortunate to say the least.
Oh, there's some huge macro from Stork, and he's evolved to the final stage of his dinosaur Protoss. This is T-Rex Protoss here from Stork, where he's got everything. He's got the Arbiters out, and here he comes. He's about to consume his opponent here. Fantasy trying to push out. He needs that forward contain, of course. He doesn't want Stork getting into his natural, and he needs to put down some mines immediately, actually, because Stork is great with the timing rushes to try to catch the tank before. Yeah, before
I smell a huge stasis about to go up.
Oh, that's
here
a
we
great
go,
point,
guys.
yes.
The battle going in. Stork is rushing in. He's lost a lot of his zealots, though, so I'm not sure how well he's going to do. Storm's going off, though. Huge stasis. There's the stasis Knight was asking for, taking out more than half of Fantasy's remaining tanks. Oh my goodness, Stork is just absolutely obliterated Fantasy's army. Fantasy GG's right out. Oh my goodness gracious, that was a freaking stomping. Stork taking the second game. Stork now up 2-0.
Wow. There's that. I just saw him clump up all the tanks just in that one solid line, and I was just like, oh man, there's a lot of places that you can stasis 5 or 6 tanks. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. And then coupled with Storm, that was it. That was game. And right now, even if Stork loses the next game, he still has his game on Plasma, and that was what we were all touting as like the turning point. That was what if he got off to a little bit of a rough start, if he lost 2 of the first 3 or something, he had Plasma to fall back on, and now he's up 2-0. So we could, wow, Stork really kind of has a hammerlock on this right now. If he just needs to close it out, and yes, that has been his problem in the past, but this just doesn't seem to be like the Stork of the past, the Stork playing against Flash or Jaedong or Bisu.
Yeah, I mean, Stork has just been so proactive. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was thinking right before that battle happened, I saw him moving out, and I was like, where have I seen this before? And I was like, oh yeah, Game 3 versus 4GG, right when 4GG moved out.
Right.
That was, I mean, Stork was like almost camping his base, waiting for him to try and move out, catching him before he set everything up correctly, and just trouncing him, just coming down, you know, like a wave on him. And that's exactly what he did here again, and I saw it coming. I was like, wow, he's moving out. That's just like for Gigi. He's going to get stomped too. It's exactly what happened. So, yeah, Stork playing really well. A couple things I want to mention real quick that I've been meaning to say for like a long time. Apparently, random statistic, 141 people have 141 players have attempted to walk the Royal Road. And by the way, just to clarify for those of you that haven't heard it specifically, to be a Royal Roader, you actually need to win the OSL your first time out. You don't say, oh, he's a Royal Roader because he's, you know, in the OSL for the first time. You win by, you know, winning the OSL means you're a Royal Roader. So 141 players have, wait, that doesn't even make any sense. 141 players have gone to the OSL for the first time? I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, OSL hasn't been wrong forever, but
yeah, well, I mean,
okay, I'll let you guys ruminate on that for a while. But the other stat that I wanted to give is we now have more than 900 people watching the stream right now, and that is completely ridiculously awesome. So cool to have so many people watching
guys.
this. It makes it that much better to like be experiencing like the craziness of the OSL finals, knowing that many people are like watching it with us at the same time.
Yeah, tell your friends to come. We want to hit that 1,000 mark. That would be awesome. By the way,
if we get 1,000 people, oh my god, yeah, that'll be ridiculous.
Moletrap will do a dance in front of a webcam. Oh yeah.
Cholera says Moletrap will do a dance.
Yeah, exactly. I think that the fact is, I mean, this is just absolutely great technologically that we can do this. I mean, just the last time for all you guys who weren't there, because most of you weren't able to watch, but the last OSL finals we did, everyone had to be in the same Ventrilo channel as the casters, and basically all it was them listening and watching on VLC the Dom player stream. But I mean, right now it's, you know, that time there was like 50 people watching at most. Now we have 900. I mean, this is just, you know, special thanks once again to Dirty J at esportstv.com for providing this, and I think it's just awesome.
Yeah, this is totally awesome. Anyway, another little stat I want to say is that the record of people who've gone up 2-0 in the OSL is 9-2, and the only 2 people that have overcome the deficit are GG Play and Boxer. So, GG Play, of course, beating Iris in an epic best of 5 in the Dom 2007 OSL, and then Boxer in the Coca-Cola 2001, but didn't he beat Busan in that one? Wasn't that the one where he went down 2-0 and then stormed back over Busan? Or maybe that was MSL. I'm not really sure, but yeah, basically this odds stacked heavily against Fantasy here. Oh, he beat Yellow, the real Yellow. Okay, got it.
Right, I actually remember that series.
But you probably casted that one, haven't you?
I'm not sure if it was the 2001 OSL. Is that the one where he came back? But yeah, I think I don't think I casted that because he wasn't that far behind in that one. I think he won the first game. But yeah, I've casted one
Not
Boxer
according
in the
to
GL series.
WC8.
Okay. Interesting. Actually, right now, WC8 has a special request. He wants to ask people to weigh in with their thoughts on the forum. And what exactly do you want them to weigh in on? Just on generally how the stream is going?
You can speak, WC8, you know that, right?
Not if he leaves the vent channel right when you said that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I think that yeah, I think that Fantasy was supposed to be quote unquote down 2-0 at this point. So we'll see in the next map. I mean, the next map is incredibly Terran favored. Return of the King. You just have all those ridges. I mean, I think this commercial is disturbing me. I can't watch this anymore. I think Fantasy is just gonna have to pull it up, just suck it up and do something on this map, Return of the King, with all the ridges on it. I think you know, Stork might actually end up going for something like fast carriers on this map. I think if any map would be good for it, it would be this and Plasma.
Look, it's a fan of Stork.
Yeah!
Oh my God, you're right. Now I'm watching the commercials again.
Sorry.
Wow. So, World Communist, what do you want everybody to do?
I think he just wants predictions. Oh, go ahead.
Just you know, go on the forum, tell us how we're doing, what you like about it, what you didn't like, you know, predictions, feedback, anything you can think of. Just make sure you post.
All right, you heard the man. He's been working super hard here. Giving us stats, actually. He's like, I don't even know what it is, like a live stats producer. Like, it feels like Sports Center here or something, because he's just feeding us these statistics as we're asking for them. So huge thanks for that. Go ahead, Moletrap.
Oh, I was just gonna refer back to your little disclaimer from before when you were saying that, you know, this is the first time we've really done something like this, and so go easy on us. And again, the problems with the stream are not on our end when they've been there, so just keep that in mind too, I guess. Yeah, I guess World Communist 8, he's kind of like the pile of papers that Tasteless has, but in chat form.
Only with
and much cooler.
Character.
Yeah, that's true. He's got more character than a pile of papers. Whoa, nice.